Fairy tales, folklore, urban legends, and myths. Every culture has their own set of these stories. But what we don't know about them is if they're real. Are the victims' claims real? Did they really encounter these monsters? We may never know. At least, not until we see one ourselves. This is the story of an Italian urban legend surrounding a rich family and a little girl named Azarina. The Little Blue One. The year was 1375 in Italy. The summer day was hot and the sun was beating down on the town. Everyone was bustling and getting ready for the party of the solstice summer at the Montebello Castle. Gwendolina had the nickname Azarina due to her situation. Azarina had dyed dark blue hair to disguise her albinism. She had pale skin, bright blue eyes, and thin white hair. During this time, being different wasn't so safe. Due to her albinism, she wasn't allowed to leave the castle. The walls let her grow up safely, protecting her from the sun and the world. Azarina was the daughter of Ugo Linuccio Malatesta, the owner of the castle. The morning of the party, Azarina awoke with her usual enthusiasm. She was a talkative child, so to keep her quiet and out of the way, Ugo Linuccio Malatesta gave her a little red yarn ball. Azarina quickly became attached to the ball. She loved to see it bounce and rolling about. Malatesta told his daughter that the day of the summer solstice was very special. This day, fairies would visit the good children and make all of their wishes come true. Azarina couldn't wait for the day to have a playmate her age, someone to be around. To pass time, she continued to play with the red yarn ball, watching it rolling. She was excited for the banquet that would take place during the party in the evening, celebrating the solstice and the fairies. And she had permission to attend this year's banquet, though she was only allowed to stay awake until 7 p.m., because after dark, the fairies would be gone and the witches were in charge of the night.
Gwendolina, come here, please. I have something to tell you.
Malatesta called.
Okay, Dad. Let me play with my ball just a little bit more. Please, Dad. Please.
She begged. Azarina kicked the ball as hard as she could. The ball rolled down the stairs, through the rumpus room, into the corridor, down, deep beneath the catacombs of the castle. Her laughter echoed through the halls as she chased the ball. Hours passed, and Azarina still didn't come out from under the castle. Malatesta questioned the guards who were supposed to be watching her, but they weren't. They didn't know where she was. But everyone knew she loved playing hide and seek. Surely she was just playing a game. The summer solstice passed by quickly, as if time was against everyone. The banquet was finished and the party had died down, and most guests had already left, and still, no sign of Azarina. She never came back up from the catacombs. The guards called her name in the underground passages to no avail. Who would want to hide in the dark, disgusting, musty, rat-infested passages anyway? As the guards continued searching for her, they noticed a strange aura in the air. Something didn't feel right. Something was definitely wrong here. Days passed by after the solstice banquet. The guards were ordered to continue searching day after day until they found Malatesta's beloved daughter. As they continued to search for Azarina, a putrid smell continued to grow and fill the air of the castle, as if something was rotting. On the 5th day, a guard was searching alone. He stopped for a moment and listened. He heard a little voice coming out from the darkness.
Dad, I'm here. My rag ball.
The guard had found her. He began trotting towards the darkness with pride, holding his torch in his hand, wondering if he would get some sort of prize for finding Azarina. His shadow had grown larger and larger. His steps slowed and he began getting more frightened as he approached the darkness. Neither Azarina nor her red rag ball were there. The guards failed to find Azarina and were condemned to death. Even though they had died, no death could ever make up for the sad sorrow Malatesta's heart sang. He He lost his beloved child and was consumed with grief. According to recent guests at the castle, every 5 years on the summer solstice, they can see a small figure holding a little red rag ball in the walls. Light footsteps, sighs, and cries are heard.
Dad, I'm here.
Today, you can visit the Montebello Castle in Italy. It was revamped to look more modern and appealing to guests. Although they did that, they can never hide what truly terrifying things happened within its walls. Now, what do you think happened to Azarina? Did she get lost in decay, forgotten in time? Were the legends about witches after 7 p.m. true? Did they take her? Or something more logical, did she disappear and come back? But if that's the case, why nearly 80,000 years later, she's still heard walking around, especially with a child's figure and voice? She would have been grown by now. Or did something much more deep and sinister happen? We may never know, unless she tells you herself.